All right, Dave, thank you very much. Well, some are calling it a new era of divided government in Washington, as the Republicans will take control of the House, and they also made some big gains in the Senate. One of those who will be part of this new shift in power, Congressman Bill Cassidy of Baton Rouge, who won re-election last night, and he joins us this morning. Great to see you. Congratulations.
Thank you, JP. Good to be here.
A big win, not a surprising win. I think you knew you had the support because many of the people in our district feel like you feel. The ones I talk to, jobs, jobs, jobs. That's the number one issue.
It is the number one issue, and there's also a sense that Louisiana has the answer for some of that, and yet the answer is being moratoriumed, if you will. And so if we can get the economy moving again, where, again, we have a cheaper supply of oil and natural gas that's produced in the United States and not elsewhere, you not only provide our energy needs, but you create more jobs.
What about tax incentives, tax breaks, tax cuts? A lot of the people I talked to at the polls yesterday, they were telling me, extend those Bush tax cuts, give even more tax cuts to small businesses. What do you think about that, and will that happen with this new House, this new Congress?
Republicans have always been saying that we should continue the tax cuts for everybody. Because, sure, the folks at the upper income may have upper income. On the other hand, they are often the job creators. And right now, when we need more jobs, is not the time to tax job creators. We need them using that money not to pay the federal government, but to pay employees.
Your reaction to the way the vote went in the House last night? I mean, that the Republicans are taking control of the House. Not so in the Senate, but will John Boehner of Ohio be the next Speaker?
John will be the Speaker, and I'll tell you, on my desk I have a little paperweight. It has a quote from Alexander Hamilton. It says, "Here, sir, the people govern." Last night I thought, wow, if there's one message from this election, is that the people wish to govern. They feel like the last 2 years their voices have not been heard, so this election they demanded to be heard, and I think that's why we've seen such a big change in the House.
What will this new red House tackle first? What about health care reform, the overhaul? Are y'all going to start to try to dismantle that?
First thing we tackle, according to Boehner, will be jobs. Second will be jobs, and third will be jobs. We recognize that part of that health care bill are job-killing provisions. The more regulations and taxes and paperwork upon businesses, so that instead of thinking about how do I expand my business, they think how do I comply with paperwork. Those will be the first provisions that come out. We've got to get this economy moving again.
What about, now you did talk about health care savings accounts, private health care savings account. What are the chances of that?
Well, those are already existent. The question is, do you encourage them and expand them, or do you just let them die on the vine? As Republicans come back with our own ideas about reform, what we call patient-centered reform will be the center. It won't be top-down government. It'll be bottom-up patient. And we hope to have those sorts of reforms to replace what's there with something which is better.
Your strongest message this morning for all the voters in the 6th Congressional District, those who voted for you, those who didn't vote for you, what would you tell them this morning?
I would say that, one, I just compliment those who voted. The American people are involved, and I've learned in my life that when the American people are involved, the American government and system does best. And so for those of you who voted, thank you for doing so, and I look forward and I'm honored to represent you.
Definitely a time of change in Washington, and you'll be part of it.
Yes, I will be.
Congressman Bill Cassidy, congratulations. Thanks for being our guest.
Thank you, JP.
We appreciate it. Hey, more of Tune In right after this. Stay with us on the day after the historic midterm election.